The good news of today is that God has wonderful plans for all of us. John Stanley here, and we surely hope that all is well with you. In the book of Jeremiah, in the Old Testament of the Bible, we read the following: "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Wow, what great news is that! God has plans for us, plans to give us hope, and plans to give us a future, regardless of what our station is in life, or regardless of what we might think of our limitations. And when we think of a special calling, some of us think of that wonderful figure, Moses. But unfortunately, when we think of Moses, some of us think of Charlton Heston, that towering figure from the epic movie, The Ten Commandments. Heston is that commanding figure in that film, bigger than life. But the truth is that Moses did not feel that way. He felt inadequate for the task he was called by God to carry out. Have you ever felt unprepared, inadequate, when called upon to do something, to move forward? And in the book of Exodus, we read where God said to Moses, "I have heard the cries of my people," and then he tells Moses, "I'm sending you back to Egypt to lead my people home." And Moses felt so inadequate for the task which God had called him. He made all sorts of excuses as to why he wasn't the person to lead the people out of Egypt. But the Bible says, "But Moses said to God, 'Who am I that I should go to Pharaoh and lead the Israelites out of Egypt?'" Excuse number one: who am I? I'm not capable. I feel inadequate. This will be too much for me. But the Lord said to Moses, "You may feel like you're not capable, but I will be with you." The Lord who says that same thing to us. In verse 12, God said to Moses, and he says to us, "I will be with you. I will be with you." And you know, when that we hear that, who am I? Who am I to go? Excuse number one: but God, I have never been eloquent. I'm slow of speech and tongue. You know, we don't think of Moses as having a speech impediment, but he did. And so if you or I have ever felt inadequate or unqualified or frightened, then we are in good company. Moses was called to an incredible task, a thankless task of leading the group of slaves out of bondage and into that promised land. But God has placed you and I in this place at such a time as this. We have a job to do. God said to Moses, and God says to us, "You are the person I have chosen. You have a task to do." I have heard all the excuses. The excuses. I'm inadequate. I'm incapable of speech. I'm incapable of leading. But God says to us, "I have plans for you, plans to prosper you, and plans to give you a hope, not to harm you." God has wonderful plans for us. What good news is that? God bless you.